like grassy weeds, but they're called sedge, and they're a little bit different. And that's why they're the topic of our 2-minute pest. Tom, why have you yellow globe sedge?
Yes, it's a
pretty
beauty.
Common. It's very healthy.
I'll tell you where it came from. It came from my yard.
I was going to say your neighbors.
Yeah, well, I like to say that, but it wasn't. But it was back on the side. How do we tell sedges?
Well, one thing about this plant is it's different than grass. It looks really shiny like grass, but when it does have a different kind of flower, and when it flowers, this solid stem is triangular. In fact, everything is coming off on in threes. If you look down at the flower, it's even in threes. And it's just a little bit different than grass. It doesn't have the little angles to the leaves and things like that.
I tell people it's the most upright, the shiniest, and then when it flowers, it has that three
and it's the best growing
stem.
looking. So this is yellow globe
That's
sedge,
yellow.
but we have other sedges that
We have
have
purple
problems.
here. Yeah, this is a
Purple.
purple, and this came out. I live in an old citrus grove, and you know when you start controlling weeds, you start cultivating weeds, and this is one that seems like they cultivated. But look how it strings along. Can you believe it just runs under the ground like that and pops up everywhere?
Powerful, yeah.
Now this is just getting started, but when the seed head comes up, flower head, it will be purple in color, purplish.
Yes, then this one's kind of yellowy.
And it's kind of yellowy, so that's a good way to tell them apart. And they're just nuisance weeds that we have, but we do have controls for them.
So let's talk controls for a minute, because it's different than other weeds.
Yeah, you know, in a vegetable garden area like that, I'm digging this out all the time. I'm just going through, you'll have little nutlets and things that are underneath ground. Otherwise, for lawn, there's a number of products at the garden centers. There's Sedge Hammer, Ortho, Nut Sedge Control, Bassagran, and Image Sedge Control.
They'll knock it out.
They'll take it out. Just follow instructions very carefully.
On the label. So it is important to identify the sedges in your yard because their control is a little bit different, but you can get control.